Namo Buddhaya. Hello everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday Q&A session, live Q&A session. Today, actually we were conducting this event on Fridays, but we had to move it to Wednesday due to some other reason. So hopefully our friends who will be able to find time on Wednesdays, hopefully they can join us today with this session on question and answer session. So if you have any question, you are welcome to join us and you can post your questions. For now, I would like to maybe we will take some time until the other people join. And so for now, I think it will be helpful for all of you to take a moment of silence, a little bit of meditation, so that we can get into this rhythm. And so I would like to conduct a short meditation session until all of you are ready for a Q&A session. I hope you can hear me well. And so let's get started with a short guided meditation. Okay. Please close your eyes. Keep your palms one on the other. Rest them on your lap or on your knees. Straighten your back and relax your shoulders. And gently and compassionately close your eyes. Take a good long deep breath and hold it for a few seconds. And then slowly release and relax. One more time, take a good long deep breath. And then slowly release and relax. Now focus on your breath, incoming and outgoing breath. Just observe the natural flow of your breath. With the incoming breath and outgoing breath, we also inhale peace and harmony, good energy, positive energy. With the outgoing breath, we can release our stress, negative energy. While working on this process, while letting that happen on its own, we will also send loving kindness to ourselves and to everyone else. Let us think of ourselves. Scan your body from top of the head all the way to the tip of the toes. And then send loving kindness to yourself. Every single cell of your body, both internal and external bodily organs. Observe them and send loving kindness. If you have any pain, any tightness, numbness, discomfort somewhere in your body, send loving kindness to that area. And in general, throughout the body, you can also send loving kindness to yourself. May I be well and happy and healthy. May I be well and happy and healthy. May I be well and happy and healthy. May no harm come to me. May no anger come to me. May no hatred come to me. May no jealousy come to me. May I be well and happy and healthy. May I be well and happy and healthy. May I be well and happy and healthy. May all the near and dear ones, all the loved ones in your family, all the relatives, friends, teachers and elders, all the well-wishers and benefactors, all your neutral ones. There are so many millions and billions of people whom you don't really know. So most of them, the vast majority of the world population is unknown and neutral to us. We need to send loving kindness to them so that we will also feel safe and secure by sending loving kindness to all of them. And then also think of all the unfriendly ones in the world. These are again very handful of people you might have. If you are lucky, you might not have any unfriendly one in your life. But in your lifetime, there could be someone whom you really didn't like or who treated you badly, who were unkind to you, who were hating you, disliking you, hurting you in many ways, maybe even bullying you at some point of time. So we will think of all of them in the past or in the present. If you have or if you had any unfriendly one, we will think of all of them as well. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May no harm come to them. May no anger come to them. May no hatred come to them. May no jealousy come to them. May no fear come to them. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. Now let us think of all the sentient beings in this world and beyond this world. All the children, all the elders, all men and all women, all the humans and all the non-humans, seen and unseen, near and far, strong and weak, long and short, skybound, earthbound, waterbound, all sentient beings. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May no harm come to them. May no anger come to them. May no hatred come to them. May no jealousy come to them. May no fear come to them. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. May they all be well and happy and healthy. Thinking thus, please take a good long deep breath and hold it for a few seconds. And then slowly release and relax. Now keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now with loving kindness, gentleness and compassion towards yourself and towards everyone else, please gently and compassionately open your eyes. All right. So I hope that gave you a positive start to our Q&A session. So so what do we need to discuss today. I think we do have some questions. I think every one of us have some form or the other questions about life, about Buddha Dhamma, how to apply this Dhamma in the day-to-day life. Because knowing the Dhamma with those lofty theories is one thing, and practicing that, applying that theory in our day-to-day life is another thing. So it will be very helpful, I think, if we know how to apply the Dhamma in our day-to-day life. People get sick, so sometimes they get really upset. They feel very sad, and they don't know how to apply the Dhamma. Then it can happen. I remember there was an incident when Anathapindika was very sick. He was in his deathbed, and he sent a message to the Buddha to, send some monks, because he was so passionate about seeing the monks, meeting the Buddha, serving them. And that time the Buddha instructed Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana and Venerable Ananda to go meet him and bless him. And now when someone is sick, we normally, the Buddhist monks would go there and preach not those Dhamma actually, but they would mostly chant. So chanting was the thing that they were they used to do. We also do it many times. When someone is sick, we go to the hospitals and we go to some people's houses, and then we chant for them, we bless them, and that will bring them a wonderful respite, a very soothing effect, even though they are sick. Okay, so that time I think when we have Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Maṅgala and Venerable Ananda, when they went to Anathapindika's house, when Anathapindika was very sick, what do you expect? What do you think they have done? I think we have Eranda here. Hi, Eranda.
Hi, Bhante. Nice seeing you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was a bit
Good to
late.
see you. Okay. So we just started earlier. Okay, now I would like to ask this question from you, Eranda. What do you think Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana and Venerable Ananda must have done when they met King Anathapindika? Anathapindika was on his deathbed.
I would say that they would tell him or remind him of all the great merits he had done, and that when he dies, he should have a clear mind and reflect on all the great deeds he's done for the Sangha.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point, right? Like when someone is dying, what we can do actually, there will be very little things, you can live, you're going to die. And so it will be very interesting. It could happen to me, it could happen to you, it could happen to all our friends who are joining here. So how do we deal with such things? Venerable Sariputta actually gave a very profound teaching that time. That's very interesting. Why did he do that? Anathapindika already was a Sotapanna. He was already a Sotapanna. And Venerable Sariputta did not give like very simple things. He already was very convinced about his own path and on his Dhamma. He would never be born in an, uh, in a lower realm. Because once you are Sotapanna, you will never be born in a lower realm. And his destination is already very clear, right? And actually, Venerable Sariputta instructed Anathapindika to focus on the elements, the pain, the real pain that you have. And he gave a profound teaching on elements. Sometimes when we have some pain, like when we get sick or when we have some other complications in our life, we would like to divert our attention to something else, right? Do you do it sometimes, Aranda?
Yeah, I would like to maybe switch to another, like, or dwell on another topic so I don't become like overwhelmed or.
Especially when you are sad, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or you don't want to see that person if there is a person. Even your loved ones you don't want to see, right? When you're sad, sometimes people want to be all by themselves. So I think it is really interesting what the Buddha said to us. And you look into yourself and you don't run away, but you look into that pain, that sadness, that emotion, that thought, read it, lock into that, investigate into that, analyze it, scan your body and see how you feel it when you have sadness. This is what the Buddha said. So that will give you a wonderful opportunity to, actually eventually get rid of that, difficult situation when you think of it, when you do something like that. So I think even at the deathbed, people can think of their own good deeds, what they have done, but mostly when something like that happen, people do not feel so comfortable, and sometimes they get all the reflections of their own some negative things that they have done. Those things, that mental projection can be there too, right? It can happen, like a television channel. You will see all the things lined up in front of you. That can happen. So when all these things can happen, can happen to you, it can happen to me, can happen to any of us. So what we should do, we just focus on the thought at the present moment, and also the pain and the bodily scanning. That will be very helpful. And think of those elements like the Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, the earth element, the water element, the fire element, the air element, and see how this pain is affecting your body and your mind. That way, in any complications in your life, this will be really, really helpful, much more effective and productive to any of you. So, as Venerable Sariputta taught this thing to um, Anathapindika, also would like to invite our friends, when you have pain, when you have sadness, when you are sick, um, don't feel so dejected. And sometimes you think, I do all the good things and still all the bad things happen to me. Why? These things can happen to us. Like some people, I remember some people get sick, like they never expect. such a thing, like maybe a cancer or maybe some other thing, very unexpected misfortune can happen to us. And then you feel like, what is the point in doing all the good things? Right? Because I do all the good thing, I have never done anything wrong in my life. But it is not this life alone, right? You must have done so many other things in the past, you never know. So think of that all the time. Kamma sakomi, kamma dayado, kamma yoni, kamma bandhu, kamma patisarano. Think of karma as your relation. Think of karma as your inheritance. And that is your refuge. So whatever you have done, you will be rewarded or you will be reprimanded. You will be punished accordingly. So I think that theory is the only way that we can focus sometimes when bad things happen to us. Despite the fact you are doing all the good things, these things can also happen to us. Okay, so that's a question that I just wanted to share with you. That um, Aranda, do you have any other uh, question or any other people who are here?
Um, what I wanted to know, this is that the Anathapindika Sutta. This is what you were talking about. Is that name of the sutra?
Um,
Advice to the dying.
Anathapin. No, I don't remember the sutta name, unfortunately. Right
To a
now.
dying man. No,
Mm,
I looked it up as you mentioned, and
mm.
I saw, yes.
Anathapindika. Anāthapiṇḍikovādasutta. Okay, Jojo, thank you. Majjhima Nikaya 143. Yeah. And also, I remember when Venerable Girimananda was sick, the Buddha actually sent Venerable Ananda to Venerable Girimananda, and the Buddha taught 10 perceptions, dasa sanya, to Venerable Ananda. Anicca sanya, anatta sanya, asubha sanya, adinava sanya, pahana sanya, nirodha sanya, sabbaloke anabhirata sanya, sabba sankharesu. So like the reality of life, that's what he taught Venerable Ananda. And Venerable Ananda went to Venerable Girimananda, and he taught them. So that relieved not only the pain, but it is said also he was able to realize the Dhamma accordingly. Like the anicca, the impermanence, and all the suffering related matters, and also the elements, anicca sanya, anatta sanya, that there is no permanent entity called pain. Everything is impermanent. So no soul, no permanent soul to claim, okay, this is me. When you have pain, you can say, this is me. So I think that also was really helpful. And also in the Bojjhanga Suttas, Venerable Kassapa, Mahā Kassapa, and Venerable Moggallana, when they were sick, Buddha went there and taught them 7 Bojjhanga Dhammas. Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhamma Vicaya Sambojjhanga, Viriya Sambojjhanga, Pīti Sambojjhanga, Passaddhi Sambojjhanga, Samadhi Sambojjhanga, and Upekha Sambojjhanga. These are 7 Bojjhanga Dhammas. Out of the 37 factors of enlightenment, these 7 Bojjhanga Dhammas are also really helpful. So Buddha used to teach these things when someone was sick. And when the Buddha himself was sick, Venerable Chunda, Chunda, went to the Buddha, and the Buddha invited him to preach these seven Bojjhanga Dhammas. So I think it's time for us also to dive deep into these things. Why, when someone was sick, the Buddha said, like, you have to be more mindful, right? Sati Sambojjhanga. It's an enlightened factor. When you focus on yourself, like when you become more mindful, and Dhamma Vichaya, like you have to investigate into this Dhamma. You can analyze these things, and you make some effort, virya. And so all these Bojjhanga Dhammas are also very helpful when someone is sick. Why I am actually sharing this thing, because last few days I remember some people were sick, and they asked me to think of them and pray for them. So I thought, yeah, while doing those prayers and all, it can also be very helpful when we do it with loving kindness, compassion for those people. But the person himself or herself also have to focus on these things. Some of those suttas, like Anāthapiṇḍikovādasutta, and then Girimananda Sutta, Bojjhanga Sutta. If you focus on those suttas, if you maybe you read those suttas along with the cover to cover, page to page, read them and read the meaning as well, and maybe you can chant them as well. That will be very helpful. I notice when someone is sick, many people can't really, do much, and they feel chanting is a very healing effect. Healing and therapeutic effect is there in the chanting. It's a wonderful blessing, yes. But even more powerful it becomes when you actually focus on the meaning of these suttas. Okay. Hope it helps.
No, that was really helpful, Bhante. So this is a live Q&A, so if there's any other questions, we can propose. Otherwise, maybe we can bring up other questions.
Yeah, sure.
There's a sutta about how to answer questions, actually. And I was looking this up. It's called the Pañhapuccha Sutta. So it was said that Venerable Sariputta addressed the monks, and he said, all those who ask questions of another do so from any one of the 5 motivations. And he says, which 5? One asks a question of another through stupidity or bewilderment. One asks a question of another through evil desires or overwhelmed with greed. One asks a question of another through contempt. And one asks a question of another when desiring knowledge. Or one asks a question with this thought, if one asked, he answers correctly, well and good. If not, then I will answer correctly for him. All those who ask questions of another do so from one of these 5 motivations. And as for me, when I ask a question of another, it's with this thought. If one asked, he answers correctly, well and good. If not, then I will answer correctly for him. So, yeah, it's really interesting.
That's right. Like sometimes people really want to ask questions, and because they really want to know something. And sometimes people might ask questions, just to check whether you are doing the right thing. So your intention, like Mano Pubbangama Dhamma, like intention is really important, right?
Yeah.
You can motivate yourself by asking a question. And because when you ask a question, many other people will be benefited. And see, sometimes people think, okay, let the other people ask and I will keep quiet. And if you ask question, you don't know, maybe so many other people would think, I had the same question. I was about to ask, but I was kind of hesitant maybe. So yeah, I think if you want to improve your wisdom, one of the things that you should do is to ask questions. That way you can improve your wisdom.
Yeah. So we have another question.
Hmm.
How do we take benefits from Satipatthana Suttas in daily life from Learn Addict?
Yeah, I think Satipattāna Sutta is a tremendously powerful sutta. Like how Satipattāna Sutta starts. The sutta starts with the fact that Soka Pariddavanang Samatikkamaya Nyayasa Adigamaya Nibbanasa Satchikaranaya. So this sutta, if someone wants to practice Satipatthana, this sutta will help you. These four Satipatthana, four bases of mindfulness, will help you to alleviate suffering again. Soka Pariddava. Soka is sorrow, sadness. Parideva is like weeping and crying. When you lose someone, when you actually, it happens to many people, like when someone dies, like your near and dear one dies, very difficult to deal with it. And so, and also, when you feel sad due to something, maybe due to something in your family, some misfortune happened, or when you are sick, or when you lost something, any of you can happen to meet with sadness. So soka paridhavana samati, to overcome these things. And the nyaya sadhigamaya, also to accomplish knowledge, wisdom. And nibbana satchikaranaya, to perceive the nibbana. This is the way, like um, purification, like the four bases of mindfulness, the Buddha said. And also um, this is a definite way to achieve enlightenment, come inch closer to the nibbana. This is the definite way according to the sutta. So the four foundations of mindfulness, kaya anupassana, vedana anupassana, chitta anupassana, and dhamma anupassana. How can these be applied as learn addict as in our day-to-day life? How to take benefits of these things in our day-to-day life? That is why I always say, like, knowing the Dhamma is really good, but then applying the Dhamma in our day-to-day life is even much, much more beneficial. So like Kaya Anupassana, let us say, how we started today, for example, with a short guided meditation, and you scan your body, and then you can feel, you can actually practice all these four satipatthanas, four bases of mindfulness when you practice body scanning. How does it happen? Like body scanning, you can, when you walk, when you sit, when you talk, when you are quiet, and all the time you become mindful. Every time, whatever you do, you become mindful. And when you sit, in particular, if you become mindful and also scan your body, you can really feel so much benefited. And you can go into your body, scan your body, and you will feel, you will sense different sensations in your body, maybe feelings, pains in your body. Eranga, you just came back from your work. Do you
Yeah,
have
okay.
any, what's happening in your body right now?
Definitely feeling a little like tired, just my face. But I'm engaged as well. I'm listening to what you're saying, and
Yeah, so okay, right now let us see like how to apply this thing, like you close your eyes and see where is the pain. You said you are tired, that is very natural. So you find the real dominating pain in your body. What is that tiredness? Where is that tiredness? What happens to your body when you are tired? Which part of the body, which external or internal bodily organs is affected with this pain? And what kind of a pain is that? How does it happen? Is it like a burning like sensation, or pinching like sensation, or like squeezing? What kind of a pain is that? Is it appearing and disappearing? Can you see, really pinpoint the pain? Can you really pinpoint where can you locate exact location? And do you think it is permanently there? Is it very, very intense or slightly mild, average? What is it? Oh, it's like waves. Okay, now gently open your eyes. Now you tell me what happens. What is your discovery? What is your investigation about your own pain?
from what I had observed, I feel like the pain is stemming from like this sloth and torpor, but also maybe just this subtle dullness I'm just feeling after coming back from a long day's work. I can't say it's totally like restlessness or like one of these five hindrances, but I would say most identify with this kind of like the sloth, or the torpor
Hmm.
specifically.
Yeah, Thina Midda.
Yeah, the Thinamidda, yeah.
Yeah, bodily or mentally, right? The kind of lethargy. Yeah, you need some energy,
Yeah.
right? With that, it can happen too. Like, so um, it is really interesting if you can coordinate your thoughts. If you can observe your thought, and then because of you are observing the thought, you also feel like this is me, my body, right? Eranda's body. This is me, my body. And because of that, your body is reacting to that thought. Okay, a thought appears in you, and your body, because of your own self identity, sakayaditi, is reacting to that thought. So if it is a negative thought, your weak point in your body is impacted, first of all. So the damage will be done to your weak point in your body. If it is a lower backache or headache, or if you have heart problems, or if you have blood sugar, those areas, those are the areas that can be impacted, first of all. This can happen to any of us, like when you have these things. So if you can observe it as an outsider, that will be a really, really interesting story. Okay, the thought appears, and then my body is reacting. Which part of the body? My lungs or my heart or my lower back? And see, I can see that it's like a movie. You can see that, you know. It is the insight meditation, vipassana meditation. So this bodily scanning, you see, like when you scan your body, you can work on kaya anupasana, right?
Yeah.
And then when you also work on your mind, observe the mind, read your thought, then it is chittanupasana. And when you observe your pain, it is the vedananupasana, right? Vedana, what kind of a pain? Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And how does it happen? Where does it happen? What intensity is there? What type of pain? And how does it happen? And all these things, when you investigate, it becomes Vedananupasana. See the contemplation on your Vedana. And then eventually you see, like, this Vedana is not me. This Vedana is not myself. So it is not permanent. It is also impermanent. If you see, like, fire like sensation, it can be like the element of fire, uh, maybe like water, maybe like like tightness, maybe like air. So all different kinds of elements can also be felt. That means you are focusing on also Dhamma Anupasana. You see now how we can coordinate Satipattāna Sutta into real-time practice. I think it is really, really, really helpful. It is very much needed in our life, especially when you are down with something, when you feel upset with something, physically or mentally. You can focus on these four Satipatthanas. Can be really helpful. Hope it helps.
So we have another question from Learn Addict. Bhante Ji, have you heard that Lord Buddha has given various Mangala Dharma which should be practiced by a householder? Can you please guide us about it and how one can take benefits in today's world?
Yeah, I think if you are talking about lot of Mangala factors, in Mangala Sutta there are 38 Mangala factors, and 38 Mangala factors, starting with um, very interesting again. How do you start? Do you remember the first one? Asevana Chabalanam.
Don't associate with fools.
Do not associate with fools. You see, Bala, or the fool. It's not the Bala means like age-wise Bala. It is really the mindset of some people, stupid people or foolish people who don't know how to apply the Dhamma, who don't know the Dhamma. And such people, you have to, especially if you are a beginner, if you are not confident of dealing with such people, you know, not associating with them will be beneficial to you. Because if you are in the midst of such people, and you will be also carried away with them to the lower realms. So it is really important that we identify such people. How to identify if they are beneficial to you? Like, they should help you in many different ways to be positive, right? To make your life better, comfortable, peaceful, happy. And if you are given such uh, if you are led to such mental situations, then those people are good people. If not, they always ask you to go for a bar or gambling or some other like lower activities that can make you poor, that can make you lose your health and lose your time, and you are distracted from your current situation, from occupation. Then you have to realize that, okay, they are not the people for me. And if you don't know how to deal with such people, just get rid of them. That is the thing. And Panditanancha Sevana, the other side of the coin again. You have to associate with such good people, wise people in your life who can lead you to the happy path, correct path, right Dhamma. Those are the Pandita people. It is not the degrees. It is not so much knowledge. It is the Dhamma. It is the realization of the Dhamma. Those people who are compassionate, maybe physically they are not financially very strong, but their heart is so full of um, wisdom, understanding, realization of the world and the Dhamma. Those people are the Pandita people who can lead you to the happy path. And then there are many in this sutta, like Patirupa Desavasa. You have to find the the correct place to live, right place to live, conducive place to live. If the place is so full of natural disasters or always overwhelmed with bugs or snakes or like life-threatening situations, it's not really a conducive place for you, right? And maybe like due to some war-torn areas or political turmoils and some other social or other situations are there, then yeah, people try to avoid such places. Then you can, I know it's not possible for everyone, but sometimes we also have to find a better place. At least if we can, you have to find a better conducive place for us to live happily, peacefully. And then again, there will be situations where you are not stronger enough, so you might find negativity everywhere. That also is possible. And so wherever you go, you might find negativity. That is not the answer then from moving one place to another. So conducive place, Patirupa Desavasa, is average place where you can live comfortably. You can make your living comfortable. And then again, taking care of the parents, really, really interesting. How to take care of the parents, how to respect them. When they grow old or when they need your help, you have to take care of them. And dana, for example, practicing generosity is a really remarkable thing. Like how to be nice and how to be generous and how to be humble. Whenever there is an opportunity, you should help other people. There are a lot of people who really need our help today. So we should do our little bit, in our capacity. We should help those people if there is an opportunity. Always try to help others. That's a really nice thing. And then again, practicing Dhamma, listening to Dhamma, discussing Dhamma, practicing meditation. In this Mangala Sutta, actually, towards the end of the sutta, I could go through all of them, but I think in day-to-day life, those good things can be helpful. And towards the end of the sutta, it takes us to the next level. Dhamma Sakaccha, like the discussion, like this discussion, for example, something like this. Sutta discussions, Dhamma discussions, Q&A sessions. And then listening to Dhamma can also expand our wisdom, expand our knowledge about the Dhamma. And then tapo means meditation. Tapa means like jhana, or like how to eliminate our defilements. We have to be mindful about that. If there are some defilements in us, we have to be mindful and try to get rid of them. And tapoja brahmacharya, practicing celibacy. And then it goes all the way to the very end of the sansara. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam. You see, Arya Satchana Dasana means to see the Four Noble Truths. Nibbana Satchikiryacha. And finally, realization of the Nibbana, the absolute, complete absence of all sorts of cravings. That is the Nibbana. This is also Etam Mangala Muttamam. These are the wholesome things that we need to learn. Okay? Yeah, I hope it was helpful, and hopefully this can benefit you in your day-to-day life.
I don't see any more questions, Bhante.
Yeah, I think we had a
Pretty-
good roundup today, and because we shifted the day from Friday to Wednesday, I hope this might be helpful to many people too. Sometimes Friday also, when it comes to Friday, you feel so exhausted already, as you mentioned. Today is just the middle of the week. So you are like half tired. By the end of the week, like you are fully tired. Right? So yeah, I think maybe Wednesday is more helpful to many people. I know in Asia it is Thursday morning though. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I just want to thank you, Bhante, for taking the time and doing this Q&A session for all the Dhamma followers around the world, and would like you to give us a blessing, or to share for sharing your wisdom with us today for this Q&A session.
Okay, so we would also appreciate people who joined us, and many people who joined us, and thank you very much for your participation. And also we would like to ask everyone to actually learn about the Dhamma, and just be um, just be mindful that we will make this day a useful day for us, right? So I would like to encourage everyone who join us to ask one question at least, so that you are helping yourself, you are helping others as well. Okay. All right. So with that, we would like to conclude, and I would like to take this opportunity to invoke blessings upon all our friends, all of you and all your family members, all your loved ones, friends and relatives, teachers and elders, to be well, happy, healthy. May the Buddha Dhamma Sangha bless you, help you, protect you, and guide you towards the right path. If any of you or any of your loved ones right now, right here, is not feeling well due to some reason, may you or your loved one be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem with the blessings of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. May you be well, happy, healthy, someone is sick, or if someone is having some discomfort due to some physical or mental situation, this is a time that we would like to practice loving kindness towards everyone. And also all the people in the world, due to some reason, maybe due to financial issue, maybe some job related, maybe some health related, maybe something, your communication, your relationship issues, due to something or someone. If you are suffering, if you have any issue, if anyone in the world has an issue, may they all be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May they all be well, happy, healthy, safe. May they be able to recover from that pain and sadness and unhappiness. May they be able to maintain their inner peace. May they all be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May all sentient beings, including Devas and Brahmas, also be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May all the sentient beings in the lower realms also be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May all of us be able to live our life peacefully, comfortably with good health. And may all of us and all sentient beings, including Devas, Brahmas, and all sentient beings in the lower realms, be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of our samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Sabbitiyo vivajjanto sabbarogo vinassato mate bhavatvantarayo sukhe dighaayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you all, and